Another thing about Pokemon that's always bothered me, the Pokemon Unown. You know the Pokemon. It's basically this weird symbol Pokemon. There's an unknown of every letter in the alphabet and a couple other symbols. Yeah. It's this weird, mysterious symbol Pokemon. And there was a entire movie made about it called Pokemon 3 The Spell of the Unknown. That entire movie was basically about the unknown, you know. And in that movie, the unknown was able to basically bend reality, create all these illusions. It completely crystallized the entire area and mansion and whatever. And that was, basically an illusion as well. It was able to create all these illusions that seemed so real. It was able to create illusion Pokemon, illusion legendaries like Entei. It was able to do all these kinds of things. It even comes from another dimension as well. It has all these powers and abilities, like, for instance, it's able to perceive other creatures' feelings, emotions, and even dreams. That's basically what the plot of the movie was. And yeah. And especially humans, it was able to do all that. Perceive their feelings, emotions, dreams. It's able to do all these kinds of things. It has all these powers and abilities. And it's mysterious and strange, and it comes from another dimension. And you think with all of that, you would think, oh, it must be a legendary Pokemon. Or at least a sub-legendary Pokemon. Or at least a mythical Pokemon like Celebi or Drachi or Mew or Deoxys. Nope. Nope. It's not. It's not a legendary. It's not even a sub-legendary. It's not even a mythical Pokemon. Unknown is just unknown. It's an anomaly of a Pokemon. It's just weird. And that's it. It's not even legendary weird. It's not even sub-legendary weird. It's not even mythical weird. It's just weird. And that's the really only thing about it. It's a strange, weird Pokemon that looks like symbols, that looks like letters, that comes from another dimension and does all these kinds of things, has all these kinds of powers, reality bending, creating illusions, perceiving feelings and thoughts of creatures and humans. It can do all these kinds of things, but it's not special in any kind of sense. Because, yeah, it's not a legendary, it's not a sub-legendary, it's not even a mythical Pokemon. It's just an anomaly. It's just weird. And that's about it. And honestly, it's even worse in the games. In the games, they completely downgraded this Pokemon. It's kind of just mediocre. It's not no longer even. It no longer really has these amazing, weird, strange powers. It's kind of just. It has basic powers. I think it only has hidden power, which I guess, oh, that is a strange and weird power because you don't know really what it does. But in reality, hidden power doesn't really do anything in the games. and it's kind of just like, yeah, in the games it's just kind of mediocre. But also in the games, it seems to only be found in places that legendaries and mythical Pokemon exist. So I don't know why they try to connect it with legendaries and connect it with mythical Pokemon, but yet it itself is not a legendary. It's not a mythical. It's not a sub-legendary. It's nothing. It's just this weird anomaly of a fucking Pokemon. It just never made any sense to me. It should at least been a mythical Pokemon. Like, sure, I can see it not being a legendary, it not fitting in with the other legendary Pokemon or even the sub-legendary Pokemon. I can understand that. I can see that. But it should have at least been a mythical Pokemon. Like Celebi, like Jirachi, like Mew. It should have at least been a mythical Pokemon. But nope. Honestly, it's always kind of, I've always kind of compared Unown to another Pokemon, kind of similar in this way. Porygon. Yeah. Porygon is another anomaly of a Pokemon. It's strange, it's weird, it does all these things. It basically is a computer program. It lives in computers technically, but it can also exist outside of computers. And it's this weird anomaly of a Pokemon. It feels like it should be something else. It feels like it should be at least a sub-legendary or something, but it isn't. Has all these different forms and whatnot. But yeah, but it's just kind of just an anomaly. It's just kind of a weird Pokemon, just like Unown. Unown just feels like it should be something else, but it isn't. And yeah, that's why I always compared the two, Unown and Porygon. They're two Pokemon that feel like they should be something more, but they aren't. But I guess they do what they do. They serve their purpose for being weird anomalies of Pokemon. And I guess that's okay.